What's up, guys? We are in for another episode or series onto Mecharena. Had some new stuff come out here recently. While we look at it, let's go ahead and turn our music down just a little bit, so we can go through the new update that was just released. As you've noticed over the last couple of videos, there's been a lot of releases and stuff coming out. Like I said time and time again, this is a great game, and the developers keep doing great things on here. But we have news that came out, and so I just wanted to share on that, on some big things. So first of all, we have the new pilot Case that just came out. And Case is a pretty cool looking mech for those who haven't seen him. He brings two Mecharena. And somebody's trying to invite. We're gonna have to decline them for a minute while I go through this. He brings a new weapon style that we've never seen, and that's heavy weapons. We've only seen a couple of these titled heavy weapons so far, so there's still a lot of probably questions up in the air. What are those gonna be like? But let's go ahead, and look at Case. When Case joined Matsumek, a strange rumor circulated, whispers spread about the similarities between Case and the pioneering mech designer Marcus Straylight. So, I'm hoping, with that being said, maybe we're going to see more types of these guys. Who knows? Straylight had accused Rosa of cheating him out of a fortune before leaving the industry to work on AI construct based on the memories and speech patterns of a real person. 6 months after he vanished, here was Case, an AI construct working for Rose's rival. The timing raised questions, but Matt, as usual, declined to comment. And let's go ahead and go into him. Again, I think I brushed on him very lightly. This is the heavy duty mech. Weapon type. If you guys click onto the actual button where it shows heavy duty, you can actually look and see what weapons they actually cover. Make sure you're doing that so you have pilots that actually are helping you out. Now, we've seen miniguns 8s and 12s. I covered them in another video. This is a different video or a different weapon type than we've ever seen. I have not had the ability to use them. When I think of miniguns, I think of a slight charge, and then it starts laying rounds down range, as we would say. So I'm very excited to see this weapon, and see what kind of damage it does. Let's go into this mech. Very, to be honest, on his stuff, very limited, on what he has. But, details wise, we're starting at 4% for HP buff, 4% for weapon damage, and then 4%. So make sure you're looking at that. If all does fail, you don't have a weapon type or you don't have a pilot, just know that most all pilots, if not all, always have a base weapon damage buff. And what that means is even if you don't have a weapon specific, you're still going to get a buff. The cool thing about, this mech, it's a 25% weapon buff at fully maxed out with a 23% of heavy duty weapon damage. I'm kind of disappointed in that because I feel like, it should buff the weapon specific more than it should just the all around base weapon. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't really think it's an issue. I wanted to compare him. We're going to go into the minigun 8s. They also have 12s out. But let's go ahead and look at like our other pilots that we have now. Mind you, before we look at our other pilots, he is a rare or a purple or an epic pilot. My apologies. So, like I was saying, if we look in here, it has more abilities and buffs and cooldown buffs than anything. Now, mind you, the difference that you're seeing is these are the buffs from the mods that we can put on here. I wanted to really kind of post this out because I see a lot of people putting mods out there, or what we call implants. And a lot of times I'm wondering, like, it doesn't make sense. For instance, I've seen Guardian have like an ability range, um, or damage, actually. And quite frankly, the skill for Guardian does not damage, it does a skill reset. So just remember that, when you're putting those on there, think of what your mech is going to be doing. Think what the skill is going to be doing. Um, I had a question the other day. Somebody asked me, what kind of weapons would you put on there? I put it like this. If the mech has a skill that's AoE, such as Zephyr. Let's look at Zephyr's. Um, Zephyr's ability is basically that he does his little shock pulse. It's a circular range around him, so you could say it's AoE. So it would make sense to have weapons that kind of would be in the same close range, because that's what Zephyr is. He's a close quarters combat mech. That's not to say you couldn't play him long range, because I see people all the time playing long distance. I've seen people, they'll hide in the corner and they'll have some snipers on it. I get it. You could do that and whatnot. I think the skill reset or the weapon cooldown on snipers aren't worth it for Zephyr. I think he's a better close quarters. But again, I've always said, you play, you play like your style. Just like, my favorite mech, as everybody knows, is Tengu. I was so happy today. I pulled out, I got my free implants today, and I finally got an Arc Torrent damage. Now, sadly, it's only epic, and I have not got a legendary. I see people getting legendaries all the time, and the rate of success of what you get is very small, so props to them on that. But I was really glad with that, because with that being said, if you come over here and you look at my Mina, no. Anywho, I get a 15% damage upgrade on that. So, and that's already with the top 40%. Once I get them fully leveled out, obviously I don't have it leveled out. And then I have the mech ability cooldown time. The reason I put this on, and I hope I can get a legendary on there, is because the more times you can do Sky Strike with Tengu, the better you're going to be. The reason for that is if you plan it carefully, you can strike somebody and hit them from behind. And we all know if you hit somebody from behind, you're going to get a damage, basically, buff. But anywho, let's go back to our other news that just came out also and look at the new Minigun 8s. The latest addition to the Mech Arena arsenal is here. The Minigun 8 is a multi-barrel rotary machine gun. So that's what I figured when I think of it, because if anybody knows how the minigun goes, it rotates like this, at which the primer hits off. So I figured that as much. But not only is the Minigun 8 a legendary weapon, go figure, right? Because it's brand new. It also the first in our new heavy duty category. I keep saying that because I think it's super exciting when they add content that ultimately could add more content. So now that we have not only new pilots that only started with Epic, that gives them a legendary. We're going to see a legendary heavy duty pilot. It is what it is. It's going to happen. It's how they've always set up everything. So I think that was a good move on them. Now we have a new category of heavy weapons, which also means new implants, which also mean possibly new mechs. Probably not, because, well, we're going to see new mechs on my right, because we just seen Gatecrusher, but I would say maybe a new mech that maybe support or gives that a buff. Who knows? But what I'm saying is a new weapon category adds a lot, and it excites me. It really does. But the minigun boasts a 200-round belt of ammo and is capable of firing a continuous barrage of high-velocity rounds at 600 RPMs for 20 seconds without stopping, which is pretty cool. Because let's go into our weapons, because I always try to think of what common, you know, weapon can we relate these two? And I would say either our pulse cannon, even though our pulse cannons are more laser based, but I would look at our carbines. It's only at 100 RPMs, and this is how fast you're going to be shooting, and a magazine of 50. So, and this is carbon 12s. So when you look at a comparison, maybe this is kind of a comparison, but let's go back over to our. Where is it? Where is it? Let's see. And remember, this is a heavy weapon. Okay, so now we do have a new category. We have the heavy duty weapon. So this is a magazine of 200. That's 4 times the amount of what we saw with the previous weapons we were just looking at. So you're talking about max damage going down range. If these guys get you, you're done. You're just done. At 58,002 damage per magazine, if you land those, you're going to annihilate anybody pretty dang fast. Let's go ahead and look at the end. It starts at 43,000 damage per magazine, but look, it doubles, a little bit more than doubles at 106,000. I am very excited to see somebody have this. I would like to see it too. Want to support, like and subscribe. Come on, guys. But I would be very interested to see what this thing fully maxed can do. Let's say you get one of the tanky mechs. That's just going to do just beautiful damage. It just really is. Now, the downfall, I will say on it, because I always try to look at that. We do have a 17-second reload. We could, put an implant on that. Now, optimal range, 65 meters, not the best, but not the worst either, with a max range of 130 meters. So it's all around. Sounds like a pretty fun weapon. Now, what I'm kind of interested on this is the mech turn speed. I'm wondering, because it is a heavy weapon, a heavy duty weapon category, does this make our mech go slower? I'm interested on that. Again, these are new weapons. I've not seen them on the field. I'm just covering them for you guys. But I'm super. This weapon has me like super happy, joy. No, it's just excites me. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at the traits. And so for the traits, we've got heavy duty, weapons that pack a serious punch and have large magazines. We've seen that. Suppression provides a continuous barrage of suppressing fire. That's pretty cool. Belt fed, capable of high rates of continuous fire without frequent reloads. That, I can't imagine going on tournament with this guy and having any problems getting kills. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Spin up time. It takes a moment for the minigun to spin up to its maximum fire rate. I figured that as much, it being, a minigun. Cool thing is, energy cost starts at 8 for these guys. Most mechs start about 8 to 12 energy, so you're going to be able to have at least one. But you could have Killshot have both of these. After leveling him up a couple times, and just the mobility of how fast he moves, plus these, who knows, it might be pretty dang good. But let's go into the perks, and I think I already read all those. Yeah, so that's just looking at these minigun 8s. You can right now get them in a crate rush. I'm gonna tell you guys this though, the percentage, and I've seen videos of people spending gobs of money and having to get, probably 6, 7, even 10, 15 of these coins to even have a fraction of a chance to get these. So, more power to you if you do it. I always say, hey, support the game. That's why putting a little bit of money into it doesn't hurt, especially since these guys do a really good job on it. But just know these event crates, the percentage of you getting these are very small, and I wish they would actually post, and I think they do. Let's see if we could see it. Here we go. So here's your percents of of what you may get. Legendary weapon minigun, 6.25%. So, unless you're super lucky, and I've seen people, get these, and it's just like they have like these time lapses or entering into the matrix, and everybody's like freaking getting these coins, and it's like you see 3 4 guys winning them, or gals, whatever you want to say. So it's all luck of the draw, but just know you're going to pay pretty into it. But the great thing is, hey, let's say you get it on the first roll, you've got 1 2 3 4 other chances to get the upgrades on there, which is, would be awesome, because once you upgrade, you're just going to be kind of really, knocking it back. But kind of where I am right now, I'm kind of in a dead zone where I need a lot of gems to get my guys up. It kind of sucks where I'm at. My next level up for my kill shot is 2,800 gems. I'm at a pinnacle point in my game. Even Tangyu's, getting up there where I've got 2 more levels for him, and then he'll be going to the next star, and then the final purple star. It takes gobs of gems, sadly but truly, to get there. And I said in my previous videos that, you're going to need it to kind of compete with the other clan members, the ones that have the top, marks. So far right now we're at 8 out of 30 for my clan members. I've got a couple other family members that are also joining. Some new people that kind of new to the game. I'm excited to see it. We've been talking kind of as a clan party and chat, what we think will be cool, just as in like clan wars and trying to get a good strategy together. Maybe even getting Discord together, because it is kind of hard to kind of discuss strategy. But luckily, when you go in here into the chat room, they also have a clan chat. And if you can see, we've got our weekly top 100 clans. Alpha, Omega, Heat, Whales. Like I said, in these guys they're maxed. They're maxed to the core. I mean, we've got a Gatecrasher, which I absolutely hope I get a chance to use. He's freaking awesome. And then we got a Redeemer already, set up max, and Redeemer and, Gatecrasher just came out. So got some deep pockets. It's all cool. We love that, you guys are supporting the game. I appreciate it, because that's what gives us good content. But like I said, the top 100 stuff like that, you're going to be competing with some pretty bad ASS guys, even here, let's go into here, and these guys are all the same too. Tangyu maxed out, you know what I mean? And Tangyu, to get that last star is a lot of gems. So, I'm excited where it's going. It's cool to see the top, guys, and how, and trying to get our clan set up. To see that, to get to where they're at. Luckily, the way that they've set up recruitment's pretty easy, you guys. You can literally recruit right off your friends list, and go from there. And then you also get to see the top 100, which is our next slot here. And this is clan damage. No rewards yet, sadly but truly, but hopefully they'll bring that out. It'd be cool to see that. Again, this is a new update. I think everybody just needs to be patient, on things coming out. We've got a whole lot of events. That's what's great about this game too, is there's always a lot of events. These events will give you mainly everything to win. For instance, I got the Derby event. I'm about to win Neymar Jr. I'm excited, but I'm not too excited, because I don't like using guided and close damage weapons together. I don't think that's a good combination, but that's just my personal opinion. Everybody's obliged to their own. I just, maybe once I get, some of my long distance missiles a little bit more powered up, maybe that would be great. You throw a rack of volleys down, and then kind of scoop them up with a shotgun. Who knows? But I'll be getting him here soon and trying to play him out a little bit. I've played with Neymar a little bit so far. I don't have my weapons up high enough where I can start doing multi-platform weapons, and what I mean by that is when you have weapons that aren't fully upgraded, it's not so great to have two different weapon types. It just isn't, and that's just what I've seen. But anywho, moving on, we've also got a research playoff event going on. Again, this is stuff that you guys can grind. You guys can get free stuff. Right now, they've got the Orion support mech out there. I will tell you guys this: his skill and his debuff that he puts on you from his skill works very well, especially if you have a DPS guy backing this guy up. A lot of people don't play like that. They just like to Rambo in. But if you play right and you have a support right with a DPS, you could really do some heavy damage. And Orion's really good for that. Again, a lot of these objectives, guys, you kind of want to go through them. Open one amateur crates. So when you're doing that control point, save your crates. Save. Yes, it's nice to use them because, you need the blueprints. But, open one amateur crate, you get 50 points. You have 10, 15 crates that you can get. Because you can get a lot of crates per day. You can't get an unlimited amount, but you can get a pretty good amount. So if you save those for stuff like this, you could really get up ahead of people. Even here you have open one prodigy crates. Now the prodigy crate, those I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering right, because I'm slow and old, the prodigy one is this one right here. Unfortunately, once you win a prodigy crate, it opens up automatically, so just remember that. But again, looking into these events, guys, play strategically. Don't, this goes out to a lot of the new guys that are now joining. Don't open everything just because you want rewards right now. Especially with their kickoff of the award playoff events, the research playoff events, and the derby events. A lot of these, you could start getting really good prizes. Here we have one where they are giving away Case, the epic pilot, with the heavy duty damage. Let's go into the objectives here and just make a point. For instance, win one battle. Too easy to do. Become MVP one time. Play with your clanmates. Play with the people that know your style, so you don't have to Rambo and worry about some guy winning the game for you. Okay, kill 5 mechs from behind in one battle. If you have Tengu, if you have a high mobility mech, use them, hit them from behind. You'll get that. Kill 5 mechs in a battle without incurring any damage. Can't help you there because I'm not the greatest player. Upgrade mechs or weapons. So kind of shape your time frame of when you're going to upgrade your mechs to this right here. Upgrade the rank or mech or a weapon one time. That's 100 points right there. So when you start looking at these ones that are a lot more points, like use 50,000 credits. I've got 243 credits, which isn't a lot of credits compared to some people. But, if you use those strategically, you could get a lot of points real fast. Unfortunately, and this is where I may rub people the wrong way, use 208 coins. I've said this before. There's a lot of ability to not have strategy in this game where you can just use your wallet and unfortunately use 208 coins is one of those. This where you free-to-play players are going to be kind of at a disadvantage. Don't be disheartened about this. Play smart. Save your coins so that you use 200 because that's a continuous. You can continuously add these points up, but you can make out better and kind of make that equal by saving your crates, saving your coins. Open event crates only when an event opens up. Just because you get a coin doesn't mean you need to use it right away. If you don't want the skins from some of the events where you get skins from the coins, save the coins. They expire, and guess what? They become gems. The gems can then go here. So just strategically use your items to do better on the leaderboards. Because if you notice on our leaderboards, that's where the good prizes are. I've only won one in my time since playing. Again, this is a new account. I lost my old one when I got a new phone, which makes me super sad. But I won my favorite pilot, Mina, and so that's pretty cool. But just know when you're looking at events and stuff like this, play smart. So you could win from there. But this concludes this video. Again, I want to do a shout out to Mech Arena. You guys are doing great. I appreciate it. My clan members, hope to see you out more. Just a quick video of Mech Arena. Again, here is my, for anybody who would like to join the guild, it's Rogues R144. It should be pretty easy to find. 8023 for the ID if you want to look it out there. This is just for some guys and gals who really want to get into Mech Arena, play with strategy. Hopefully, clan wars will start. But like, subscribe. We'll do some more videos. If you guys have any questions, comments, things you would like covered. Again, I've been playing this game for a long time. I do my research and I've seen some pretty cool little, I wouldn't say cheats, but hacks, which I do want to do a video on, where you can kind of go on the map on the outside rings and, throw some volleys of missiles. We're not going to go into that today, but just wanted to give you guys some updates on some of the new stuff coming out, and hope to see you all out on the field. Like and subscribe. We'll see you all later.